Welcome to Group 5's Incidental Teaching and Motivational Interviewing Training PowerPoint. Group 5 was in charge of creating a new system in order to increase attendance at Great Opportunities Career Services and Day program. I will provide a brief introduction to our group members in the form of a bio. Swati grew up between America and India. She began working with children with autism spectrum disorders in 2015 after quitting her day job at Ernst & Young, where she served in capacity as a public accountant. She is now a registered behavior technician working towards her MA and ABA and concurrently on her board certification. Kathy grew up in southern New Jersey. She moved to Montana for a few years before studying in Colorado Springs, Colorado. She began working with individuals with disabilities as a therapeutic writing instructor. After an interaction with a board-certified behavior analyst, Kathy sought work in the field of applied behavioral analysis. She then began working at a clinic with children under the age of 18. She wanted to expand her knowledge base and began working for an in-home company that provides therapy to a wider range of individuals. She now provides services to individuals with various disabilities from age 7 to age 70. She's pursuing her master's in applied behavioral analysis in hopes of becoming a board-certified behavior analyst. Chris was born and raised in the Cleveland, Ohio area. He was a restaurant manager for almost 30 years before beginning this career working with people with developmental disabilities in 2015. He is currently a graduate student at Ball State University's master's program in applied behavioral analysis. He holds a bachelor's degree in psychology as well as in business administration and an associate degree in graphic design. He currently works as the assistant clinical coordinator of a day program that serves adults diagnosed with autism as well as other disabilities. Upon graduation from the master's program, he plans to take the exam to become a board-certified behavior analyst. Myself, Frances Torres, was born in California but raised in Puerto Rico in a bilingual household, so I'm fluent in both English and Spanish. I earned a bachelor's degree in science with a concentration in clinical psychology along with a minor in French. My passion for ABA began as a volunteer for a special needs school in Puerto Rico, where I was eventually hired to work full-time. I'm currently enrolled as a graduate student at Ball State University pursuing a master's degree in educational psychology with a focus on ABA. I currently work at a clinic in Florida that specializes in early intervention as a registered behavior technician. Alexa Radford was born in Kansas, where she grew up for most of her life. After high school, she attended the University of Kansas to pursue a bachelor's degree in psychology. While completing her degree, Alexa realized she had a passion for working with children. Shortly after receiving her bachelor's degree, she began working at a clinic where she provides services to children as a registered behavior technician. Currently, Alexa is enrolled at Ball State University, where she is pursuing a master's degree in applied behavioral analysis. After graduation, her plans are to become a board-certified behavior analyst. So, those are our members. And now we will begin to explain the incidental teaching and motivational interviewing training techniques. Incidental teaching falls under the umbrella of naturalistic teaching, which here at our Great Opportunities Career Services Day program, we will be implementing. It consists of introducing clients to the setting, describing the setting to the client, showing them around the environment, and introducing them to all facets of the environment. You observe the clients in the setting, allow the client to independently interact with the environment while also ensuring their safety within this environment, and interact with the client on their terms, allowing them the most independence possible within said environment, so they can gravitate toward whatever aspect they find most rewarding without having to contrive a situation and where you can target a goal a set goal. Now we'll speak about data collection. Attendance will be collected during each offered learning opportunity, and the staff will also track the number of reinforcement certificates earned for a certain activity. We will be doing this on a FR1 fixed ratio schedule, which means that the individual will be contacting reinforcement after each occurrence of the desired behavior. In this case, our case, it is class attendance and participation. Verbal social praise will be provided throughout the process as they complete their preferred activity. Some participants may be primarily reinforced by the sensory stimulation of, for example, hand washing during the cleaning class, and other individuals might be reinforced by the certificate, which acts as a secondary reinforcer. So this is why naturalistic teaching is seen as the best option for our clinic to increase attendance. The data analysis will be reviewed every 3 months to ensure participation levels remain at required levels. And if the analysis shows declining attendance, the activity or class should be altered or replaced to increase client motivation to participate. Here we have an example of the group attendance form, and the form will help us discern what classes or activities generate the most interest and identify activities that do not increase client motivation. Here is the data collection form, where we will track the class attendance and also the receipt of the certificate. This is an example of our certificate that we will be using and awarding to every client that attends a class. Teaching the skill. This is how we will be implementing the classes, and we will be doing this by breaking the skill down to step-by-step instruction, in other words, a task analysis. We will be using prompts when necessary to assist the client with learning. When the client becomes more proficient at that step within the skill, we'll fade the prompts appropriately. In some instances, a client may benefit from the use of a visual prompt, for example, a picture sequence showing the client how to clean dishes. Motivational interviewing techniques. In an article by Nude and Embers, we have found that individuals with mild intellectual disabilities and challenging behaviors experience failures due to breakdowns in healthcare that result in learned helplessness and lower motivation. Motivational interviewing techniques are a way to address these problems, and the clinicians at our clinic will be trained on these techniques in order to increase successful results of the implementation. What is motivational interviewing technique? What is it? A person-centered form of communication that emphasizes empathy and partner-like relationships between the individual and the healthcare provider. It consists of adjusting communication to the cognitive abilities of clients, where you pose one question at a time, allow plenty of time to answer, repeat directives in order to aid understanding, and also repeat delivery of reinforcement, of verbal reinforcement. in order to have the client or the individual grasp what is being said. And then also, whenever you have some sort of communication with the client, you ask them to summarize the conversation in order to check for comprehension. The benefits of this technique are greater adherence to implementation and tasks, greater maintenance of desired behaviors, increased well-being of the client, and a more autonomous form of social motivation for the client.